Happy Monday. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot time. Did everybody have an enjoyable weekend? So, featured reader, I haven't done one in a long time, is Kirsten. Check her out. I will put her little thing right here. And I wanted to kind of weave my reading into this story. So what's the best way to get the most out of a tarot card reading? Okay, am I shaking? I'm like shaking everything. Sorry about that. You're probably going, are you living in an earthquake zone place? So what's the best way to get the most out of a tarot card reading? The majority of us, when we look at our situation of life, we only look at what we can actually see, okay? To look on the outskirts and to know, to have that faith, that hope, or envision, that's where manifestation comes in, to envision what could be on the opposite sides or what we can't see is very difficult for a lot of people. So I like to think that's where us as tarot card readers come in, and some, myself included sometimes, when things are very close and near and dear to your heart, and there's a lot of emotions involved, it's very hard to be rational. So a good tarot card reader will pull you in and they will tell you, well, listen, this is what's going on. You're not seeing the outskirts. You're not seeing the perimeter of it. So that's how you get the most out of a tarot card reading, not by us telling you what to do. We're not here to tell you what to do. I do not want to live your life. You know what I'm saying? I live my own, which takes enough of energy as it is. So I had a reading the other day with one of my newer readers, Kirsten. She's actually read for me before to get vetted. But I had a situation where I just have a situation. I have some very major life choices to make, none of love, so don't get excited. I'll let you know. And I just needed a little insight, you know. I needed to hear what the cards had to say, what Spirit had to say. And they didn't tell me what to do. Remember that they don't tell you what to do, but they actually kind of guided me into forming the right decision from the stuff I couldn't see. Okay. Hopefully that made sense. Try her out. She's a sweetheart. She's such a kind, not judgmental, and very good reader. Very solid, good reader. So try her out. I think you'll enjoy her. Kirsten. I think it's Brown. I'll put her thingy right down here. You want me to remember all my readers' names? I can't remember my kids' names. All right, onward and upward. Hey, I heard TikTok's coming out with 60-minute readings. Oh my God, imagine what I could do in 60 minutes. All right, so I don't know why, maybe I have my circle, my ring thing too close and it's hitting it. Sorry. Does anybody watch Bridgerton? I love Bridgerton. I can't believe they broke it up though. The rest isn't coming out till I think June. Pish posh on that one. Okay, let's see. What do we need to know for our greatest good? Or better yet, hold on. What can't we see that's coming our way? How about that one? Because that kind of like ties into what I'm telling you. Because let's talk about what we don't see that's coming our way. So the Four of Cups is the cups of choices and not knowing what to do and kind of disappointment. So I feel for a lot of you, you're waiting for a specific thing. And you're not only waiting for this specific thing, but you've programmed yourself that if you don't get this specific thing, you're going to be doing this. And there she is pouting. Because this girl has tons of offers, tons of love, tons of everything all around her. But she's already programmed in her head, no, it has to be A, B, or C, and then I'm going to be happy. Let me tell you about that A, B, and C. How many times have you wished for something and said, once I do this, once I get this amount of money, once I fit into, a certain size jean, once I can do that, whatever, only to get there and realize, things aren't really that different, So you have to stop programming yourself. You have to leave yourself open to the wonder of the world of everything that's out there. This girl here said to herself, if I don't get this certain type of cup, I'm just going to be miserable. And she's getting all these offers. And the problem is, what people don't realize is, okay, so a lot of times, friends of mine, this kind of going back a while ago, we were on dating apps and stuff. So some of the friends would say to me, I don't know if I should go out with this guy. What do you think? And some, I wouldn't always read on it. I used to say, well, do you like him? And they say, yeah, I do. I like him. I'm not sure there's any chemistry there or whatever, but he's nice. Seems like, he's got the same interests. He has some, nice friends. I said, well, then maybe it's a friend, maybe you make a friend, maybe you make a connection. Maybe he's not feeling it with you either, but he says to you, hey, I have somebody for you may be interested in. You know how many times I've done that? I've gone out with a guy and we realize there's no, connection. I'll say, I know somebody who'd be good for you. So don't always think it has to be all or nothing, okay? I'm laughing because Luna's just laying on the floor, like on her back, all fours out. I don't know what she's doing. So don't remember, it doesn't have to always be all or nothing. Sometimes, I always use baseball analogy, sometimes it's not always a home run, but you advance the next player. You know what I'm saying? And with the Three of Cups, which I love, funny it came after this, there is going to be for you a cause of celebration. But you may be the one who's holding back, okay? You may be the one who's holding back the celebration. You may be the one that, again, you're doing this, so it's going to be hard to do this. Because don't forget, this is a 3, this is a 4. You're going to have to go backwards. So you're going to have to change your point of view. You're going to have to change your mind and the way you think. Can you do that? I think you can. What was that? The little red engine or something? And speaking of thinking, the high priestess, that's what she does. She sits on her tush and thinks. So sometimes we need to go within, okay? You need to go within yourself. Stop asking friends. Stop asking, relatives, or just go within yourself. And the high priestess is going to give you the right advice, because I think that you've been doing this a little bit too long and you're really blocking yourself into this corner where, again, if A, B, or C doesn't happen, then I'm not going to be happy, even though you're getting all these other options, which the universe could be saying to you, oh, just take one, it's going to lead to something else. Not everything, like I said, is a home run. Sometimes you're just getting advanced and you need to be in different calipers of your life, because you have to have those experiences. There's no shortcuts, like I tell people with grieving, if you don't grieve now, eventually you're going to have to grieve. There is no shortcuts. So I'm going to do you girls and guys a favor. I'm going to give a special message for each astrological sign, because I got time. I forget I got 30 minutes. It goes in one ear and out the other. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, hold on. All right, let's start with, and if I forget, don't yell at me. I have no list. I'm doing this all on my own. Free. What do they call it? I forgot. Free something. All right, freestyle. That's what I'm doing, freestyle. See if I can remember all 12. I'll leave the cards down so I can count. Yeah. You're lucky I remember what I ate for breakfast most days. All right, if you are an Aries, what is a message for my Aries from your special person? Because I know people watching this have special people. Aries, let me dig in there and get one for Aries. I wish I could share my good news with you. So I think for my Aries, when I look at this card, I think somebody is that you're in separation from and you're thinking about, because these are people you're thinking about, love people. We switched. We're doing like a love thing now. I think something good has happened. They've done some healing and they really want to share that with you, for my Aries. Okay, Taurus, message for my Taurus. I left when I saw you with somebody. So that tells me that this person was really crushed by finding out you may or may not be with someone else. It sounds like they think you're with someone else and they couldn't take the rejection. So a lot of times, I know women do it. I probably have been guilty myself of doing it. You know, we think we go back to old school. Oh, we'll make them jealous and they'll come after us. Sometimes they don't. They just take off and then that's it, you know? So you have to be careful when you do things like that. So if you're posting stuff on social media, just remember a lot of people see it. And, you know, even if it's not the exact one, somebody's seeing it. Geminis, I want to feel that way again. So that tells me from my Geminis that they've tried to replace you with other people and they haven't been able to do that. So whether it's those rebound relationships we hear about, whether it's, you know, jumping from, you know, relationship to relationship, so on and so forth, they just haven't been able to replace you and they will burn themselves out trying. Cancer, what is the message for my Cancers? I bury myself, oh my God, what an accent I got, in work to forget about you. Yeah, I mean, I think that for my Cancers, you have someone who works continuously. This person is doing the Four of Pentacles, you know, the pentacle over the heart. Like, let me work and then I don't have to worry about suffering and pain because I work all the time. So I definitely feel that your person is trying to forget about you. But they can't. They can't. Leos. What's the message for my Leos? We will be together again. Ooh. I used to date a few Leos, I have you know. Gotta tell them they're pretty every day. But anyway, they are, with that card that tells me we will be together again. I think that what they're telling you is they're working on themselves and they have a plan to come back and revisit the relationship because maybe they acknowledge that they needed work done, you know? Virgos. Thought you had me, didn't you? I'm starting to understand our connection. So you could have had with a Virgo, or this is a message to my Virgos. You could have had somebody who you were in a connection with that kind of felt confused, you know, with the relationship. And maybe too, it was a relationship that was a little volatile at times. So they understand maybe now their part in it. Okay. Libras. The message from your person. Remember, this is the sign and it's a message to you. Am I confusing you? Because I'm confusing the shit out of me. Libras. And I do these sober. Go figure. I hide behind material things. So, my Libras, your person probably maybe got with somebody who has some material value or prestige or something, because they obviously put a lot of value into that, which isn't always a good thing, you know, which isn't always a good thing. Hopefully they will find their way. If you are a Scorpio, your person wants you to know, my life is not as together as it seems. So again, let's go back to social media. Are you looking at things on social media and seeing your exes, my Scorpios? And you're seeing your exes and you're saying to yourself, wow, they must be really happy. Again, don't get caught up in what's on social media because we can all post and make things look a certain way. And you know what I'm saying? So don't think everything's hunky and dory. And just, you know, after a while you'll see someone break up and it'll make you happy. No, I'm kidding. Like I see all these engagements around the holidays and everything. And you're like, damn. And then, you know, 2 weeks later, someone breaks up and you're like, okay, good. All right. Scorpio, Sagittarius. I'm just teasing. Or am I? I feel you leaving me behind. So Sagittarius, if you've been getting over somebody, they feel it. They feel it. If you've really kind of held yourself back and you've done a couple things to improve yourself, they feel it. And that's what they're feeling. They're feeling like you're getting ready to move on without them. Capricorns. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So my Capricorns, your person, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, got 2 more. Your person feels that the relationship they had with you was very spiritual. So they're starting to understand that value of a relationship like that. So we like that. Aquarius. You and I were too young. Not sure if that's true. Because I think, well, maybe it could be. Who knows? But I kind of feel that it could be young as far as maturity level for handling a relationship. Okay? Because sometimes people don't always handle relationships in the best manner. You know, they get a little immature. I think all of us, you know, at some point in time, we let our emotions get in the way of us, and we just don't handle things in a proper way. And people get hurt and things are said and stuff like that. I don't think this is like chronological age or anything. I think it's more that you might have been involved with someone, Aquarius, that was just not mature enough for relationships. Okay. Pisces. And I think I did all of them. It's in my noggin. If you all stayed to the last minute, God bless you. Pisces, what does your person want to tell you? I lost myself for a little while. Well, maybe you can find yourself. I'm a Pisces. So I think, you know, the person probably went through something. And whenever you're in a storm, we all, myself included, I always put myself when I say all of us, because I've been there. That's what makes me a good tarot card reader. One of the things is because I've walked what you guys walked. So I know. So I think that, you know, people do lose themselves. You know, they go through traumatic endings. They go through traumatic things in life, and they do things and they're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Because I got to be honest with you guys, myself included, you know, after my divorce, you know, different things, episodes with this, closing my store, changing jobs. I'm like, who was I? What was I doing? I think we're all guilty of just to do something, even if it momentarily feels good, to kind of put a Band-Aid on the pain. So for my Pisces out there, I think your person is starting to have a come to Jesus moment, and they're starting to realize what happened, and they're starting to acknowledge their behavior. I did them all. How about that? All right, my dears. Kirsten, go see her. Her picture's here, right here. Go get a quick little reading from her. Try her out. Today is Monday. It is Coffee and Tarot time. And I am, who else would I be? The Queen of Wands. Everybody, have a great day.